My name is Tina and I'm from the German music blog Turn Louder, as you can read on this stuff.
Music blog, nice.
Nice.
It's a little bit old, I need a new one, maybe for Christmas.
We need some new clothes as well, we've been on tour for a while, so we're in the same boat. So
well, first of all, you're now in the musical business for over 4 years. And you started a band even 8 years ago. But how did you actually come to music?
How did we get into music? Our family is quite musical. That's how Ross and I got into music. We're brothers, and we got into music playing that way. Just because instruments were lying around, and we were just brought up to listen and appreciate music and all sorts of music, really. So, like a lot of people, I think that we had a family that was predominantly, an Irish family that played music. So that's how we got into it. I think for Andy and Dan, for Dan it was more the bass player Dan. Dan kind of, when he went to school with Ross and he was at ours from a very young age, and I think he kind of just got involved with it. And Andrew's, I think, has been kind of interested in studying music for years. I know he used to play music when he was very young, but all differently, but from when we were very, very young, I guess. Before we all came together as the band, as it were.
And when you started doing music, what did the people of your immediate surroundings think and say? Were they supportive?
Yeah, they've always been supportive. I don't think we really gave it to that many people until we felt like we were comfortable with it. But everyone was pretty supportive. It wasn't very good back then, so I think everyone was probably putting on like a fake smile and going, yeah, it sounds great, but they actually didn't sound very good. It took us a few years to understand how to make electronic music, so everyone was nice.
Everyone was quite supportive, really. All of our friends and stuff. And the first shows that we ever did as a band was in our local pub, like where we grew up. Like we pushed all the tables together into the corner of the room and built a stage, and we would put our instruments up there and we just played to our friends. So it was really, the band existed within our friends, It was just, that was enough of a buzz for us, and people were there, that our friends were listening to it, and that was the first thing we did. So it was a really, good support at the start, really. So it was nice.
And you come from a small town called Kingsclive.
Yeah.
And are you kind of local heroes, as you said, from your friends? Do you get recognized when you go on the street?
I guess we probably get recognised in as much they probably just know us anyway.
It's a small place.
Yeah, it's a small place, and we have there's lovely people that we've grown up knowing that we'll bump into in the street, and they'll ask how things are going, and but it's very much we knew them before we were doing the band, and so it's kind of in that respect.
People are definitely intrigued and interested in what we're doing and stuff, which is really nice. And there isn't many bands come from Kingscliff, if any. So people are interested. It's nice.
Kind of stars.
Little stars. Stars in a village of about probably 1,000 people. Maybe there's more than that. No, but it's funny because we actually did it. Went back and played an acoustic gig in our local pub this summer. Actually, it was really nice to play to lots of kind of friends we hadn't seen in a while. So home's really important for us, and it's where we made our first album as well. So we like going back.
Oh, nice to hear. And now let's talk to your music. You've released 2 albums, and the first one is called like your band name, Fenech-Soler.
Yeah.
And the second one is Rituals, which came out last year in Germany. And how did your sound change or develop since the last album?
I think it probably, maybe got a bit more, not technical, but there was like more things that we did for it. I think we were better at making music. We had more resources available to us. We were working with a record label, which we weren't the first time, and we still made the album in a very kind of DIY fashion. We did everything ourselves, and we wrote it, and Andrew produced it, our drummer. But there was more things to play with. There was more ideas, and I think that probably translated into there being more things on the record. Whether people think that's a good or a bad thing, that's how it ended up.
Yeah. Also, I also think from when we wrote the first album, like we were saying, we were basically just playing in our local pub and just around, and we'd never done any like touring properly. So when we went into the second record, we'd done like a year and a half of being on the road, and I think the live element definitely filtered into how we were writing, especially in the kind of the sound of the drums and that kind of percussion. We were thinking more how it would work live, whereas the first album was a bit more 2D in that sense, where it's just kind of, it's a lot more kind of sample drums and stuff like that, whereas the second album had a lot more like live aspect to it. It's just a bigger record. It's like the songs sound, I just mean in like a kind of textual way of like the sounds that we used were just, they were just bigger sounds, and we just wanted to create big pop songs and that we could like hammer out live. So I think that was the difference.
And could you please describe your music in maybe 3 words,
especially
for those who don't know you?
I would say, well, it's kind of like melodic for a start, electronic,
pop music,
something else that rhymes with melodic, electronic, and melodic electronic pop, I'd say.
It's not really. I think you should have to listen to it and make your own judgment. I think it's hard for us to say exactly what we sound like because I don't think we even really know.
Your music contains a lot of synthes, and it appears really smooth sometimes. Due to that, are you often confronted with prejudices of being softies?
You know what? We felt there wasn't enough of that on the last record, did we? Kind of the softer side of it.
No,
was that what the question was?
Yes,
yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. I guess I don't know. It's weird. It's like I'd agree. I don't think we did enough of that on the last album, and there was actually lots of music that didn't make the last album, Rituals. That was very. There wasn't much to it. It was quite heartfelt, slower, piano, kind of more ballad-esque songs that for some reason didn't make the the record kind of took a turn and they didn't end up being on the record. So there wasn't actually that much of that on there, but if it's a referral to like the pop element, we've never as a band been scared to play pop music and to shy away from choruses or to be openly following that kind of music. To us, that's what excites us. We like pop music, we listen to it, and so that naturally kind of comes out in the music that we write. And I think even if we try and write something really heavy, there'll always be some chorus in there.
And a lot of the songs start in like a soft way, so it's kind of, that's where we feel comfortable a lot of the time. Where that's how the songs, when we start just on a piano or just on a guitar, and then we build it up into a song that's electronic. So doing the softer side is what feels natural to us. It's just
when we first came in the scene, we were wearing sequins and silver and gold and lights. Everyone thought we were.
I remember this.
Yeah, everyone thought we were
guys anyway.
So the nail was in the coffin right from the get-go. We were,
So you've grown and you don't care if someone would say you're soft.
Not at all. I think there's nothing wrong with being a bit soft.
Yeah. Quote. That's the quote.
Yeah. I think we say that.
I put it on the title.
Yeah, please don't.
We're releasing the Glow EP this year. It was for free. Why? Why you put it out for free?
We want to if we could still make money, we want to give everything away for free. I think free music is the way everything's going. I think we had some extra tracks. Glow wasn't going to be a single, but we really love it and we love it live, so we wanted to do something with it, and we had some extra tracks to go with it, and the album would be out for a bit, and we just wanted to put something out there that had some music tracks in it, and
we just like the idea of putting one thing up, one Facebook post with a piece of artwork, with a little paragraph of writing, with here's some free music, you can get it right now for free, click this button and it's yours. Nothing more, nothing less, and that's it. Because
you have to ask people for a lot.
We've just been so frustrated of this whole thing of social media, tease a bit here and then do this and then build it up and then it's the big release. And it's just music is now, for better or for worse, it's free. If music is free, anyone can get any track straight away. And I think that's good. I don't think that's a bad thing. You know, I think that's.
Well, it is bad when you're trying to make money.
But you can't live from it.
Well, yeah, but there's other ways. There's lots of other ways to kind of generate income. But it's just the way it is, and it's given the power back to the bands, and it's given the power back to the listeners, because the listeners can now pick any type of music they want to listen to across from any part of the world, and find any community online that will be into that music, whether it's jazz from India or whatever, and they can find that online community and can kind of get involved and listen to that. So it's power to the people who are listening, but for the bands, it's it's a platform for people to find our music that would have never found our music in the kind of major label system, and it's very locked down.
And you have to ask, as a band, you have to ask people to do stuff for you. Obviously they're going to want to hopefully buy your record, but you do go, it's on your album, it's £5 or whatever, and it's like you're asking someone to put the trust in it and buy your product. So it's kind of like giving something back, because then if they listen to that, they might want to buy the next record or whatever if you give it to them for free earlier on. It's about giving something back.
I think it's also you've got to do it in between actually putting records out. We're not saying that's it. We're only going to give our music away for free from now on. But there just has to be periods where, I know this over Christmas we've just been working out today, where we're just going to give 12 songs. There won't be new songs. They'll just be like acoustic tracks and live tracks. But we're just going to give one for 12 days. 12 days of Christmas, very cleverly thought by the label. But we're just going to give one away every single day. And it's just a good thing to do.
So this Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it will
special.
be.
And also when you
and they are completely new.
Well, they're completely Some of them are. They're from this session that we did at Conch Studios in London, which there's videos for as well. So people have heard the songs, and they're the same renditions, but they're part of one thing. And there's some kind of full band live ones, and there's some from this session. But they're just going to be there for people to click a button.
When you were saying about being soft, a lot of them are. I just went to a studio in North London and recorded 6 of the tracks acoustically, and kind of brought them back to what they were when I was saying we originally kind of wrote them. And they're kind of stripped back versions, and they're really nice. We were really happy with them, so it'd be cool to give them away free. And we shot a video of us performing them live and stuff. So loads of stuff coming up to give away. So.
And because you talked about new songs, do you have a new album in the planning?
We've got, we've been writing loads. We were in America just before we came here. We were out there for quite a long time. We did tons of writing there. So there's lots of songs actually, new stuff. It's not recorded, and I think when we get back from this tour, this is the last thing we're doing in support of the Rituals. It's been out while we've been playing it for a long time. And so, we're excited to kind of make some new music. So when we get back, that's the plan.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, and I think lots of fans are doing also so. The current album, Rituals.
Yes,
what do you recommend people should do while listening to it? Or rather, for which situations it is most appropriate?
I don't know, I think in our heads we were trying to write a record that people would maybe dance to in a club, or listen to when they're kind of having a party. But I actually think it's more of an album you listen to on headphones when you're kind of travelling somewhere or by yourself on a train or something. I think that's the best way to listen to the record. But then having fun, hopefully.
Yeah, having fun, and also we wanted to make a very diverse album. We didn't want to just go, right, we're just going to do this thing and this is what we're going to do on this record. We were listening to lots of different sounds and had lots of different influences. So, for us it was, Last Forever was a festival song for us. We had that in our heads, and it very much fitted into that kind of world. And then A Track with Somebody was a kind of a club track, because that's where the band has kind of come from really in the original days. And then songs like Two Cities and Mayu and things like that, like Ross says, are like headphone kind of songs. And we can take more of an emotive, can kind of speak to you in more of an emotional sense. But it's a very diverse record, and that's what we wanted to achieve with that, really.
But it's very positive. It's like a positive record. It's every track is it's pretty much feel good. There's not a lot of like somberness.
The lyrics are like not. The lyrics are.
The lyrics might be opposite.
But the sound is motivating.
He does the lyrics. I listen to the sound.
The lyrics
I don't really get that.
The lyrics.
And recently you covered "I Wanna Be Your Lover" from Prince, which was great.
Thank you.
It
was a risk. It was a risky
It was
one.
It was one of 2 weeks ago in my blog.
Oh, was it? Oh, really?
Thanks.
No problem. And is he one of your musical role models or inspiration?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that whole era of music is a massive influence on me and Ben and the other guys as well. People like him, the Whispers, George Benson, that kind of 80s, 70s, late 70s, early 80s kind of stuff is so much melody in that music and I don't know, we just love that kind of music. So we haven't done many covers. We've done remixes before, we've never really done a cover, so we just thought we'd do a massive one.
Just take on a big one. If we're gonna do it, which we don't do often.
And we just messed around with it in the studio and we did it in about 5 hours. It was like that. It was so easy. Not trying to be big headed or anything. It was just really easy. And we were like, let's have a go. We're not sure if it's going to work because it's a massive song.
We had it done in a day.
We thought it wasn't going to work because it's too big a song for us to try and put on. We played it and we were like, this is working really well. And it's we haven't tried to do anything really crazy with the cover. It's just a very laid back electronica cover of it. And it was just cool. It worked out really well. It was a massive influence.
Yeah. Do more of it.
Yeah.
If it works,
it might not be as easy next time. That's the problem. I think we got off lucky on that one. But we were concerned putting that out because not many people cover it, and it's a big statement going. Here's a Prince cover. It needs to be good. So, but people seem to have liked it, so it's worked out all right, I think.
What is your experience? Which one is the favorite for your female and also male fans? I don't know.
Oh, well, Ben definitely gets recognised the most. He's a singer, so. Yeah,
and how do you feel when more people go to him?
That's fine. That's
really?
Cool. Yeah,
you just have to deal with that.
You don't care.
No, I don't. I'm not saying that though. I have been selling. I've been selling the merch on this tour, so I probably speak to more people because I'm in there selling T-shirts. So, but yeah, Ben will get noticed the most. But yeah. It's not really a big. It's not. We don't really think about it, to be honest. I've only just thought about it till you asked that question. Yeah, probably man.
And who has the most annoying habit of you four?
We'll have to just keep it between you and me. That's what we're gonna get to.
Talk about the others. They're not there.
What's annoying? In the last 48 hours, losing iPhone headphones.
Oh yeah.
Which I've done. So
that's mine as well.
But we just he always used to be really bad at losing stuff all the time, like really bad. We're talking like 3 phones in a month type bad, just disappearing. And now somehow I've now taken that on, and I'm losing like
maybe from fans have stolen it.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. It definitely wasn't me being just leaving it.
But now I've seemed to. We've been touring pretty much since August. And I've lost I just kind of left clothes in hotels and just like lost phone chargers, 2 of them. Just losing stuff. Somehow I seem to have taken that on, which is annoying to me. So. And he's lost some of my stuff. So I'll agree with that.
Do you drink beer? Yes.
Guilty.
But not the German one.
Is this not German?
I don't know.
I don't know.
German.
Do you?
I just.
For a beer, yeah. Do you like it?
It's lovely, yeah. Yeah, the beers in Germany are great.
Have you drunk another German beer?
Yeah.
All in all, what do you think? It's great.
Brilliant, yeah, they're awesome.
It's the best. It's one of the best things about touring around.
Yeah, definitely. It's
drinking beer from different countries.
Just the beer generally, European lager beer in general is good. That's the one thing in America is not good, personally.
Interesting.
Don't really get the beer thing, really.
And it's not the first time that you play here, right? And
what, in Stuttgart or Germany?
Stuttgart, Germany.
Oh, Germany. Yeah, we've played in Germany a few times. Yeah.
And in the past, you've surely heard some cliches of German people.
Right.
And now you can estimate which one have proven to be true.
But no, I remember our book agent saying that people were really into gigs and really into coming to shows and investing in bands and being more just kind of like involved in the scene, which I definitely think.
Yeah, I think people go to gigs more. Yeah.
Like chart music doesn't feel like that much of a big deal here. It's like, you know, bands go on tour and they sell merchandise and they have a product and they have a thing. And people come and really get involved and lose themselves in it, and that's really good. And that's definitely been true every time we've like come over to Germany and like a lot of Eastern Europe and stuff as well. You know, the gigs are great, so that's quite nice.
People go clubbing, and like clubbing culture here is pretty full on. And we played in Bergheim last year, and that was a pretty extreme experience.
That's true, yeah, that was good.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I was
Bergheim
like,
is-
wow, that's different to any kind of level of club I've ever been to. So, and that came true. I don't know if that's right though. It's not cliche, is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, also
confused,
there's a
can't
cliche in Germany that the Berghain is some of the craziest
Yeah, it was
club
crazy.
in Berlin and
Yes.
everywhere.
Yeah.
It's,
That was
it
pretty
was.
nuts, and that was.
it
that
was
really-
okay.
Yeah, it was weird. I went there like quite a few years ago actually, before I was really even doing the band. Like, and it was
And
amazing.
you've
So
seen
it was really nice
everything
to-
there.
Well, it was just amazing. You know, just an amazing place for music really. Techno music and clubbing. It's cool.
So would you say that it was one of the craziest or strangest thing that happened on tour?
It wasn't actually
Scene?
that crazy when we were there because we were playing a gig and. But
Do you have something else, the craziest thing that happened?
Craziest thing that happened on tour.
We played in the Ukraine for a festival, and that was pretty crazy. And it was kind of, this really mad festival on the beach. And we had a camera guy with us filming for some reason, and him and our sound guy got arrested
Oh, yeah,
for like
yeah, that's a bit
pissing
more
on
crazy.
the beach.
Oh my god.
So yeah, they had like their own
In
police at this
Ukraine?
festival, and they all had machine guns, and they got arrested.
Oh, their own army.
Yeah,
actually.
and
It's
they
like
had to
their
like
own state.
bust them out. We went in there and busted them out somehow.
Wow.
That's bad.
These days it would be really dangerous to get arrested there.
Yeah, they let them go, but they weren't happy. They weren't happy with us.
Interesting. So that were all the questions I had. Thank you very much.
No,
No,
For the
thank you so
interview.
much for the interview. We really appreciate it.
No problem.